Tiffany Booth and Eduardo Clemente, they're both missing from Las Vegas, and their car was found in Ely, abandoned with the license plates removed. It's coming up next. Tiffany Booth and her boyfriend, Eduardo Clemente, have been missing from Las Vegas since October 8th, 2020. Now, this is a very strange case, especially because of the circumstances leading up to it and the fact that the car was found abandoned over in Ely. All right, the silver Honda CRV that Tiffany had recently purchased was found in Ely, abandoned with the license plates removed from them. Okay, when a search was done in the area, they also found some torn clothing. Now, they haven't been very specific on how far away from the car the torn clothing was found, and so far the police have not stated anything, even to the family, whether that clothing belonged to Tiffany or Eduardo or not. They're not saying anything at all. So you can look at the map and you'll see that Las Vegas to Ely is almost a 4-hour drive. And what is also very unusual about this is they never told anybody they were going to Ely. Now, Tiffany speaks to her mother all the time, and she texts her mother all the time, and her mother's come forward and has relayed some of the information that happened leading up to Tiffany's disappearance. Now, Tiffany and Eduardo both know each other. They work at the TELUS International in Las Vegas. They knew each other for a while and were friends, and just recently started a relationship. Now, Judy, that's Tiffany's mother, she said she hadn't heard from her daughter at all on October 2nd. Now, before that, she had heard from her. She talked to the Ely News, and she told him that Tiffany texted her on October 1st and said that her and Eduardo were going on a day trip to Boulder City. And that's not too far away from Las Vegas. And she was taking the day off from work. They were leaving on a Thursday. She was taking Friday off. And from all intents and purposes, they were going to be back on Saturday, and certainly no later than Sunday if you're only going for a day trip. Even if you decide to stay an extra day, you're likely going to be back. Now, she told Mom she left food for the animals, and she said also that she was feeling good. Tiffany has asthma, and she has some anxieties, according to her mother, Judy, and she's feeling really good that day and looking forward to going on this trip. Now, Judy said to Ely News that there was a webcam set up so that Tiffany could see her car in the carport. And she also gave her mother access to it, so her mother could see whether she was there or not. You know, she could look anytime she wanted. And so Judy remembered this, and she decided to look to see when Tiffany left. So on October 1st, she seen that Tiffany's car had been gone all day. So she decided that she was going to check for the previous days, but she couldn't because the footage had been deleted. Now, this is what Judy's saying, that it had been deleted. I don't know how she knows this. Maybe the footage is kept for a period of time. There are some cameras where they just delete and then you start new the next day. There's some that you could tell them to hold it for a week and then delete it, or it doesn't get deleted until you manually delete it yourself. And I don't know which one that is, but I'm sure that if Judy said that it was deleted, it likely was deleted, but why? No one knows why. It doesn't make any sense. So on October 3rd, Tiffany's friends in San Antonio noticed that she was in Idaho. Now, remember, she said she was going to Boulder City, but they were on Facebook and she was on a group chat, and they saw she was in Idaho, and she was still in Idaho on October 4th. So that's very strange. Then on October 6th, Tiffany's Facebook page goes inactive. There's nothing going on with it anymore. The lights aren't on anymore at all. And they think that possibly because her phone also went inactive, it made the Facebook page inactive. So Judy has not been able to reach Tiffany, and our messages go straight to voicemail. She has no idea what's going on. It doesn't make any sense. She's, you know, very open and tells her mom everything she's doing. They're best of friends, and they know what's going on. And then all of a sudden she's not communicating at all. Now, the mom had a friend go over there and check out Tiffany's apartment to see if they could see anything strange there, even if Tiffany was there. And they went to the condo, and they said they could see that Tiffany had taken some bathroom essentials, likely for the trip, but it didn't look like any of her clothes had been taken. So they're still there. So that just kind of confirms the fact that they weren't planning on being gone for very long at all. Now, Tiffany's card, her debit card, was used on October 6th at a McDonald's and Stinker's gas station in Idaho. And the exact cities have not been released at this time, and as well as if they have Tiffany or Eduardo on surveillance camera at any of these stores. I'm sure they followed up and have done that. And as far as I know, the family doesn't know what the police know, if they've done that, if they found anything. They haven't come forward, said anything at this point in time. Now, family states that Tiffany and Eduardo have known each other for a couple of years, and they've been together for a few months. Tiffany is described as 35 years of age, 5'4", 110 pounds, with brown eyes and brown hair. And Eduardo is described as a 38 years old with brown hair, green eyes, 6'2", and approximately 385 pounds. So if you have any information, if you've seen this car, if you have run across him as you're driving around, if you have any idea what has happened to him, I'm sure the police would look forward to any kind of tips that you would have. And you can call the Las Vegas Metro Police Department, and their phone number is 702-828-2907. All right, and the time is slipping away here. We need to find some kind of information about Tiffany and Eduardo, where they might be. Hopefully they're all right. There's no telling what's going on with this. It almost looks as though they purposely left and decided to go for a trip farther than where they had planned to go, but then it doesn't make any sense that they wouldn't have said something. I mean, there's nothing to hide. Why wouldn't they have said something to Judy? Why wouldn't have Tiffany said, hey, look, I'm going for a couple of days. I'm going for a week. We're going to go for a drive and we'll be back. Why would she say, I'm going to Boulder City and I'll be back the next day? It doesn't make any sense. So also we're posting pictures on Missing Persons of America. So make sure you go over there and take a look at the pictures and everything else that I have and links. All righty? Okay, thank you so much for listening. See you soon.